Hi, everyone. My name's Julia, and my YouTube channel is called Julia Truth Fairy. That's me with wings on. All right.
Welcome, welcome.
So I am Mehdi, who's on the other side of the camera, but you can't see him. I can see him. Anyway, let's go back into. So I was just saying how after breaking up, the things we put into place. All right, let's just get ourselves settled. We just try and put all the pieces on the board and we do the best we can. But we're looking after ourselves. We're trying to be gentle. We're eating good food. We're doing our yoga. We're doing our manifestations. Or with all of that, we're sitting at home in the fetus position, crying our eyes out, snot, and God knows what's going everywhere. Whatever the process is, after a period of time, this too will pass. This is just how it goes for anything in life. This is our the human nature, which is incredible, absolutely incredible. And there is healing to be had and healing that will happen. So here I am thinking I'm Miss Smarty Boots. I got my shit together. I've just gone through this, decades and decades of relationship. It ended abruptly, and I'm doing exactly that. I'm doing my meditation. I'm doing my yoga. I'm working really hard. I'm keeping on not drinking, okay, maybe one or two glasses of wine now and then. But, basically, I'm just keeping to myself with my family, my friends, and I'm pretty normal. Or so I think. And I thought that I was on a really good path. I'm thinking, wow, I don't want to date. I want to fall in love with myself. But, it was kind of easy at the future today and maybe tomorrow. That's easy for
Julia,
me to
darling,
look.
it's glitching. So can you repeat what you said?
So I was just saying, I thought I was on track. I thought that, you know, I was coping really well with my days, and then I could just visualize what tomorrow would be. That was it. So, and it wasn't, I didn't feel depressed. I felt, I was able to handle things. I tried to stay in the moment as long as possible. And then I'm thinking to myself, wow, you're getting your shit together. You're getting all your armor together. You're getting all your energy. You're going to be like for 2026, you're just going to be going crazy, or 2026 rather. And then old friends came in. We bumped into each other, and they didn't realize that I had separated, divorced from my ex. So I had to go through the story. I had to go through the story. And I found I was really calm. I told them the story. I didn't have to put any did the best job I could. They went, they said they're really sorry. They went, and then I drove home. And when I got home, all of a sudden this huge surge came up, and I thought to myself, I ain't got jack shit together. I got nothing together. Here I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing, but pain is relative. Heartbreak is relative. Fixing, healing is relative. And it doesn't mean that, all of my good work is thrown away just because, again, I'm trying to feel comfortable being uncomfortable. It just means that you have to take a longer breath. You have to sit a little bit longer. This too will pass. So I feel really, really, really good because I feel like I've gone through that. But at the same time, I'm wondering about other people. I'm wondering how they've coped. I'm wondering how, what their process is with pain. And when it comes and hits you in the face, especially when you've been a couple, whether someone is with you, whether they're not, whether they're alive or not.
I'm sorry. I want to cut you in this because
Sure.
I want the audience to know it's also my job to do that. You worked with people, Julia. It's not like you did helped women go through certain let's say period of their life and also you did like even with one precise young women that I know very well, who's my cousin Celia. You did at least, like, even for 2 days, you did make her question herself in a very, very healthy way. So please, you have to precise this. The audience has to know that it's
Okay.
not like you have never worked with people. Yeah,
No, no,
yeah.
no. I find I find when you can step away from yourself, funny about that, and that you're looking at someone else and you're concerned for them, which I usually am, I you can get to the heart of things because there's no bullshit. You can actually see what's happening with someone else. And I don't like pointing the fingers and saying you should do this or you should do that. I like to open up a conversation about what do they think went wrong, number one. And going wrong only means that their expectation isn't what they thought it, what the outcome was. And don't forget, this is also applicable to myself. I'm not raising myself above, I'm right on that plateau. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, I think having conversation, which I love, because it doesn't matter how snotty it gets, how rough it gets, how tough it gets. When you're talking to people, you find it's really simple. You find someone else has had a heartbreak. No, yes, no, yes. That's what happens. So it's relative, it's relatable. It's not something that's freaky. And even, even myself having an expectation, shit happens. What's important? I'm healthy, you're healthy, fairly got our brain cells still there, our grey matter is still there. We still enjoy our lives, we're still grateful. We're fine. We're absolutely fine. With everything else in this world that's going on, we are good and we should be grateful for that. So, with your cousin in particular, Maddie, this was really easy. She was open to conversation. And one of the things we both agreed with was the expectation and minimal effort. Now, minimal effort is astounding. I just don't get it. I don't understand why a woman comes up to the board because she wants to have a relationship. And maybe this is applicable for men as well. I'm sure it is. But how much effort do you put into each other? And which role are we doing? I mean, am I standing? Am I sitting into my feminine role? Or am I in my masculine role? Am I there as a keeper? Am I there as a protector? So those lines also are a little bit vague. Am I going off course, Maddie? A little bit I went off. Okay, I'll come back down. So this is also coming back down for our expectations. And I think where I'm sitting now, what's most important is that you just love yourself. You just do everything that you can with yourself. Mr. Right or Mrs. Right is going to smack into you when it's meant to be. It's such a cliche, but it's so true. It's exactly like mum used to say, don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs, and watch who you're having sex with. It's really simple, really, really, really simple. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about, Mehdi?
Yeah, actually,
No.
I
All
want
right.
actually, I want to go more into this simplicity. Can you go deep into what is exactly about this simplicity? What makes it that complicated to reach? I think Leonardo da Vinci used to say, simplicity is the supreme sophistication. It's difficult to reach simplicity. When you say it's very simple, it's actually not easy to reach simplicity. So can you please elaborate, when you talk about simplicity? What do you mean exactly?
Cut the bullshit. And once you cut the bullshit in yourself, everything's as it should be. I think what we make ourselves believe, what's right, what's a reality, what's truthful, what's bullshit, what's an image, whatever. Those are the things. That's the baseline. We have to figure out what makes sense to us and authentically where we want to be. Because if authentically you want to be full of shit, absolutely fabulous. Go for it. Fly. May the force be with you. and let's see how you go. A lot of people do this, and it's not a judgment call, not my call, but it's not a judgment call. And if you want to be authentic, understand it's really, really, really slow because you're starting to get used. You've diverted into a different direction. You're taking it really slow to get your feet on the ground, to balance out, to go, oh, this is how I really feel, not what I think I'm going to feel, not what Mr. Jones or Mrs. Jones are doing, whatever. That's not my crowd, how my crowd's moving. This is how I'm moving, and it's slow and it's specific and it can always change. So, to answer your question, Maddie, I think that it's more cutting the bullshit for yourself. Once you start cutting the bullshit for yourself, you start seeing the bullshit in other people. It's just a mirror. The image changes, and that's okay too. You know, people come and go in your life. When you're on one of these searches, when you're on this search to find the truth that matters to you, that works for you, which constantly changes because this is life, it changes. We're not stuck in the abyss. You know, we change, we evolve, or hopefully we evolve either down or up the food chain, but hopefully we're going up the food chain. But if sometimes we go down the food chain, we need to reassess why it made sense to us then.
Yeah, so what you are saying basically, and I think I agree with you if I understood you properly, is things are actually initially simple, but we tend to complicate them.
Correct.
we
Correct.
we overthink when there is no need to overthink. We should just take the things as they are and stop saying but this but that but this but that, and just take the things for what they are and act according to that, right? That's what you mean.
Correct. Correct. And I think also, you know, what everyone agrees with is that once you see what you see, there's no diversion. If someone's an asshole, they're an asshole. Like, it's simple. It's really simple. Stop making excuses just to fit in.
But that's the thing. I think we all tend to do that, as you said. It's like, I will
Absolutely.
take exactly this example that you said right now. Is, we see that someone is being an asshole or someone is being a bitch, and then we say like, but this, and but they there is this, and there is not. We just, again, we just, complicating whatever there is that is simple.
And I actually think some people need to rant and rave and be an asshole to a certain extent. I have way more admiration, way more listening time to them when they stop for a second and go, you know what? I'm being an asshole. I'm just frustrated with the way that I'm sorting shit out. That's way more interesting. Way more interesting. And usually, if you're listening properly, that person, because they've given themselves the truth medicine, they actually start turning themselves around. It's a beautiful picture. It's fascinating because we are simple. No matter how complicated we think and how smart we are, everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to be validated, and everyone needs to love and be loved. This is important. You know, we're not here to be isolated. We're not here to be by ourselves. Whether you're looking after a plant, an animal, a human being, whatever it may be, we're meant to love. It's really simple, and we're meant to receive that back. So, and whatever part of the journey you're on, guys, just be really proud you're on a journey. I mean, that you're not sitting there just looking at a blank wall going, oh, wow, wow, I think that's the 10th series I've watched of, oh, man. I mean, something's going on in your life that you're thinking about yourself, that you've got the ability to change if something's not working out for you.
Your
So, yeah,
experience,
yes.
because that's the purpose. It's experience in life.
Correct, correct. And
Yeah.
how that's what we're here for. We're here to experience. We're here to manifest. We're here to live life to the fullest. And when in doubt, go for a walk, move your body. Just get some endorphins happening, especially when you're overthinking. Take a breath and go for a walk.
And
Go borrow someone else's dog.
Where do you think this comes from, Julia? Where do you think, like from your own experience and from the people that you have treated in the past, what was the most common thing, that was, the trigger for those people to, complicate so much things in their lives? What have you noticed about this? Like, where does it come from for you?
They don't self, for me, they don't self-regulate. For me, they don't have any routines in their life. They don't have any self routines, which I mean, which is really simple, which is just tiny little routines in their life. Getting up in the morning, washing your face, making your bed, having breakfast, going for a walk, doing your exercise, going to work. Nothing is in, and the people that seem to manifest or overthink, it's because that's all they're doing. They're not actually doing anything practically. Now, I'm not an expert and I don't profess to be an expert. I've just observed people for a long, long time. People that have routines in their lives, that these healthy habits. You're not sitting down with a bong. I'm talking about, like, you go to the breakfast table, you're making your bed, simple stuff. You're shining your shoes, your self-care for you looking after you. And that's what I've noticed. When people just don't have that in place, that's when I see them, there's no balance. And if there's no balance, well, of course, we're going to go skyrocket in any which way that we can. So, yeah, I hope that's answered. That's what, in my observation, that's what I've seen.
Yeah, and
And habits, not just, sorry.
no problem. When you talk about habits, that's I wanted to jump into this actually. When you talk about habits, what do you mean exactly by healthy habits?
You
Beside what we all
self-regulate.
know, beside what we already know, I'm talking in terms of, like, what do you exactly mean in terms of good habits?
When we're overthinking, we're going to the brick wall. We know that path. We're going from A to Z in a millisecond, and we hit our head against the brick wall. Then we turn around and we do it again, and then we turn around and we do it again. Now, if you're really smart, you might start at B or you might start at C, and you go in a different direction, but you're still going to Z, and you're still banging your head against a brick wall. Up to you to bring that back down. Up to you. You can go fucking crazy doing that. And you do go crazy because overthinking is putting stress on the nervous system, which we all know. And if we don't know, then we should know. But yeah, I was also adrenal freak. I loved doing this. I loved my energy coming up to here. I'm thinking, wow, I'm so powerful. No, no, bitch, your cortisol level is through the roof. Calm the fuck down. Sorry about the toilet. Anyway, whatever. Um, the toilet mouth. No, what is it? The potty mouth. The potty mouth. As the English say, the potty mouth. Anyway, no, I just get passionate about this. So yeah, calm the fuck down. Take a breath. Put something into practice. So if you find that your brain is going crazy, it's up to you to go, shut up, I'm going to have a cup of tea, and concentrate on making a cup of tea or concentrate on going for a walk. Don't allow yourself to keep on whacking your head in the brick wall. It's ridiculous. That's pain. That's a real mind fuck. But understand that's what's happening. That's how you're going. Your adrenals are going, yeah, I love it. It's not good for me. Yeah, but it's so much fun because I'm going crazy. Yeah, but it's not good for you. Calm down. Take a breath. Take a big breath. It's all going to be fine. You just need to move from A to Z. Just move a little gently over to this side. Take a breath. Exhale it. Nice big breath in and exhale. Simple stuff. Really simple. So yeah, I think that for overthinking, and I've done it myself, and I probably will continue. No, I'm getting better because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I really don't. I feel exhausted. I am exhausted, and it doesn't get me anywhere. I'm so exhausted. I don't want to do what I normally do because over, I've overworked the grey cells that need to stay here. They don't need any other work. Yeah, that's it.
Can we resume everything you are saying right now and that you are going to say later in this discussion, um, that it's about we're talking in this case about women. It's about a lot of women not believing in their capacity, not believing how powerful they can be, and they can really do things by themselves. They don't need what I mean is they don't need an external factor. They can literally fix themselves from the inside. Is it about this that you're saying? Believing in our capacity, believing
I
in
think that's a unisex. I think that's male and female. I think and we're talking about different demographics as well, age demographics. I think the kids nowadays are better clued in on some things, but I think they're really loose gooses on the other. I think the exaggeration of porn and, it is overwhelming. What they see and what they're raised with. Porn is their expectation of what sex is. No, not happening. Certainly not happening. And I was born in the 60s, so I was. That's another story. The bottom line is, as well, is that women that are my age group, we have a different way of thinking. And girlfriends that I've got that are 40s and 30s, they also have a different mindset. But everyone wants to be validated. Everyone wants to love. Everyone has that capacity. So even if we have been brought up with different values or different ways, we have the opportunity to change that. It's different now. The amount of information, the amount of time people will give you, and people will give you time. I'm not saying paying for that time to talk. Girlfriends, boyfriends, someone at the chemist, someone, whatever. Someone will give you their time if it's really important for you to share. Now, in saying that, I don't suggest that you just run out, find a stranger, give them your life story, because they'll probably just punch you in the face and walk off because they're not interested. But I'm saying I think it's really important for us to have an internal dialogue that anything is possible, because this is what's lacking. We're losing hope. Look at the world. It's not pretty. So what if we're going to lose hope? How the hell are our kids going to have a hope? Because they sure as shit are going to feed off our nervous system. So I say, have all of your stuff together. I say, if something's not working for you, research, go and find out what else is out there. What maybe, or maybe it's just a dream of yours. Maybe it's something, a want of yours that you wanted to do, but you're not quite sure how to do it. Go find out. Like, that's the journey. Life is not the beginning and the end, it's the freaking journey. And where we think we started off from, you have no idea. And once we lose hope, you're taking the magic out of life. And God forbid that there's no magic in life, because what are we doing here? So, men and women, I think we're quite capable of doing anything we want if the need and the want is a personal religion to us. If we want to better ourselves, if we want to learn more about ourselves, it's not about anyone else. It's all about ourselves, how we can function best possible in our lives moving forward. And sometimes we're not going to do it. Sometimes we're going to be slow, 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 and we're watching our neighbor who's taken off like the hare, and we're the tortoise. And we just gradually, doesn't matter. It's not a race, it's the journey. Find what really matters to you, and then research as much as you can, and try little bits, and have a giggle about it, because as I say, if you can't have a giggle about it, if you can't laugh about yourself, hell, there's just too many people out there that you can laugh at. Huh? No. You've got to laugh at yourself first before you laugh at anyone else. It's really important. So
what
I
what did
hope that.
what did it took you to get to this, Julia? You personally, what did it took you to get to this point?
A lifetime. A lifetime. 65 years it's taken me to get to this point. So, and I'm at the beginning. Guys, I'm at the beginning. Everything is from scratch now. Where I propel myself, where I go, whatever direction, this is all new territory for me. Not just this YouTube channel. It's not just where I am, it's where I am in life. You know, I'm starting from scratch on all levels, financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm greedy. Give it all to me. I'm going to learn. And that's what I'm excited about so much. I've got so much to learn. Like for me, that's really the freedom and to learn as much as I can. That's where I get it from.
Yeah, it's really about coming back to oneself. It's all about coming back to yourself. And
Don't take yourself too seriously. Love yourself. Be good to yourself. And even if you're not going to be good to yourself, the consequences you absolutely know. And if you can handle that headache the next morning, then handle the headache. Hydrate enough if you're going to have a late night. But you guys know you're sensible. You're adults. You know what you're doing. Just we got to be kind to ourselves before we can be kind to anyone else.
Hi, everyone. So I'm back again, and I'm just going to close off. I had a phone call, and I need to attend to the phone call. It's my elderly mum. So she takes priority over most things in my life at the moment. Anyway, I just wanted to say don't forget to keep your sense of humor. It's important. Have a great day, great evening, great morning, whatever it may be, and may the force be with you. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.